Welcome to episode 166. We're the food scientists here with Brian's new TikTok hair and the new Hostess cream cheese coffee cakes. We also have from Thailand their 3D lays, some cookies from India, American style cookies, molded chocolate chip cookies, and from Great Britain, M&M cookies. What a mix of things. This is like Danny's clean out the closet week, but that's okay.
No, but also we're celebrating Memorial Day, which is when
True.
the drop.
So we have our barbecue in the form of Thai potato chips. We have our American style cookies. We have M&Ms. M&Ms were created for the U.S. military so that they would have chocolate in the fields that didn't melt.
And I just have to say, Amy is being such a great Vanna White this morning. I'm just sitting here. But she's like getting everything.
My chat is a little bit slow, so I just saw the Heathers arrive.
And Heather.
Yeah,
that's the Heathers plural. Yeah.
It's like that movie.
Exactly. And my dad.
Which, fun fact, I never saw the movie Heathers. Like growing up, like I saw it on TV, like cable all the time, and I thought it was like a comedy. So I finally watched it just a couple years ago. It's not a comedy. I thought it was a lighthearted thing.
No, it's not.
Turning over in Arizona, Renee, how are you? Haven't seen you anywhere in forever. Good to see you and everyone else.
I only know of Heathers as a movie, so I could just greet them as plural as Heathers and hope that that's not offending.
Yeah, I thought it was like, making fun of like everyone's named Heather. Ha ha ha. Look at this societal thing where like we're having fun with maybe rich, spoiled people. No, it's about killing your classmates.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, Studio Cat's getting a little feisty, so I'm gonna step away a minute.
Okay.
If it was names in my generation, I thought it would have been Jennifer's. So I feel like everybody was a Jennifer. I was going to start the podcast, but I think that's going to be a little bit hard now. We lost Amy.
We did.
How's life, Brian?
Oh, life is good. As Danny,
I noticed they never really refresh the food in the buffet.
No, they just keep it coming.
It's a lot, but usually I like to see at a buffet like things get replaced from time to time. And like it feels like that lo mein. I mean, I'll say this: it ages well.
What
Yeah, but it ages well. Like usually lo mein that sits there for an hour, it's not looking good at the end, but that looks fresh the whole time.
Quite tasty. I just want to go. I want to move out of the buffet so that I can visit buffets again. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, have you started to resent the abundance yet?
A little bit. I don't appreciate it. Let's say that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, at least it hasn't got the resentment.
Okay. Well, we'll hope Studio Cat's been placated, and we'll
hope the same about Danny too. You never know.
Yeah.
No, never placated.
This is the Food Scientist Podcast. I am your host, Amy Zajac. I'm here with Danny Sussman.
This is Danny Sussman. Introduced first for probably the 8th week in a row, so I'm really appreciating you, Amy.
Yep. And Brian Pierce.
The second banana, it's fine. No resentment.
Technically third, because Amy comes first.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
I mean, unless like she's the gorilla and we're the bananas.
I'm just not going to comment on that at all.
Yeah, let's not dig too deep into that.
No.
Welcome to the Food Scientists. We're all here. That's the message.
And we'll have news and experiences. Then we have some new Hostess snack cakes. We have some grilled meat lays, international lays, and international American style cookies.
Very interesting stuff. 3D lays from Thailand. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I just have a little footnote from last week because I was very much thrown for a loop with the chili mango because it was spelled Chile, like the country. And Dan, I think you pointed out, wait, isn't it Chili like the pepper? Shouldn't it be that? And like all this information was jumping around in my head. I was like, well, no, in Spanish. Then I was like, wait, no, because I've seen it, spelled and this is an American product, so it should be CHILI. If you look at the word Chile in Spanish, they do spell it CHILE. So they were just taking the traditional Spanish spelling of that.
And there were pictures of chili peppers on the bag, not the country.
Right, but typically you would use the American spelling. They just
Yeah.
and that's what threw me for a loop. I was like, wait, I had conflicting things of both spellings going on in my head, and I couldn't reconcile.
Right. So did they use so now this is weighing on me. Did they use the American or the Spanish spelling of mango?
Oh, that's a great question. I have a coworker I have for the last 4 years. His name is Magno, and it took me forever to get it right in my head not to call him Mango. So like that word is just hard for me in general too to say.
Okay.
I have follow-up from last week in news.
Oh, go for it.
Yeah.
So last week, right, the Pearson's Nut Roll took down the Payday
Yes.
in our Evil Twin game. Well, this week, Pearson's Nut Roll came back and was like, that win is not enough. And I think they're out to defeat both of you because they're introducing 2 new limited edition flavors. They're introducing the spicy nut roll.
Ooh.
Which
Who was
sounds
asking
delicious.
for that? Not me.
I was. I think Amy was.
Yeah. Spicy nuts are good.
Yeah. And then for Amy to take down Amy, they're coming out with a cinnamon churro nut roll, which I'm also excited for. That sounds really good.
It tastes good while it kills me versus coffee, which would just be horrible.
It's really surprising to me that at this stage in the game that Pearson's has decided we're going to just go out there with flavors, and they're not just going to do like chocolate or
They have that. Yeah, there's the chocolate peanut
yeah,
butter
yeah,
one,
like they're not doing just traditional flavors though. Like you might think maybe they do a strawberry cream or something. No, they're going out there and they're doing something that other candy bars are not doing. They're doing a cinnamon, a specialty flavor, and a spicy, which
I appreciate it. They're go big or go home.
yeah. And I think that they're going to end up going home with these, but at least they're trying.
I think that I'm excited. I might just go knock on their factory door again and ask for samples. I've done that before. I did that with my dad. Do you have tours? And that was like, my dad is always a thinker, right? Because we went to their factory, knocked on the door. Do you guys have tours? And they're like, no, we don't. And him always on his toes was like, well, do you have samples? And they were like, well, yeah, we do. And we'll be right back. And they loaded us up with like nut goodies and nut rolls. Like we ended up with a lot of Pearson's candies. So I'm not saying everybody should go down West 7th in St. Paul to their factory and be like, Pops DeSuss says you'll give out samples. But like, if you try, it might work. I'm gonna go
I have less local, less exciting news. DiGiorno Pizza, in honor of National Donut Day, is coming out with the DiGiorno nut. Well, it's only for they're raffling them off, so to speak, via a social media on June 4th, which is National Donut Day. But here's the thing, and here I'll show a picture to those watching, if it will focus. I mean, while it does kind of look donut-like, it's definitely more bagel because it's pizza. It's stuffed with mozzarella cheese and topped with sauce, more cheese, and pizza toppings.
Wow, that is right on the heels of that croissant crust.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean
it's quite a giveaway, so we should all probably enter.
The dough is really what's going to signify, is this closer to a bagel, croissant, or donut? Because if it is cakey, I mean, that could be interesting.
Well, they call it, another article calls it a savory treat.
Well, yeah. I mean, can you just put tomato sauce on and cheese on anything and call it a blank pizza, right? Like you put sauce and cheese on a bagel, it's a pizza bagel. Like, I mean, you could put sauce and cheese on a dog and have like a pizza dog. Right?
I mean,
like a hot dog, not like Rover, like a hot dog, right? There's the pizza burger where you put tomato sauce and mozzarella on a hamburger. I guess you could put it on a donut.
But to be
People are
strong enough
putting spray-on cheese on Oreos and saying it tastes like cheesecake. So I guess they're doing anything these days.
Yeah,
to be strong enough to hold cheese inside of it and cheese and sauce and toppings on top. I don't think that can be donut dough.
I don't think it had. Well, I mean, that's assuming it actually does hold it. They're only making like 6 of them, so they don't
No,
have
they're
to
making
really
a few dozen, but they're only for giveaway. Twitter
Yeah,
tweet.
that's what I'm saying. There's so
Each
few
winner
of them.
gets 6. And then you have to heat them in the oven.
It'll be interesting to hear. I hope we hear some reviews from people who have tried those, because I would like to hear how quality that is.
Maybe one of the winners will put it on YouTube, and maybe that winner will be us.
Maybe. I don't know if I need that. I don't know. We'll see. All right, I have less exciting news too this week. I guess it was a slow news week.
I have another news item after yours to try to make up for Brian.
Okay,
So go.
good. Well, summer is basically here, and Bud Light is coming out with a specialty pack of their flavored hard seltzer. They're calling it a summer limited edition tie-dye pack. The flavors are going to be cherry limeade, blue raspberry, and summer ice. I'm not sure what summer ice tastes like, but I don't know. I mean, Bud Light is not really, it has a flavor to it. So if you like that flavor, I guess if you want that flavor, which has carried over to their hard seltzer, the aftertaste, maybe these will be to your liking, but I don't know. That's something, maybe I'll try it, maybe not. I won't be heartbroken if I don't.
I have something I know you won't try.
Oh, what's that?
So you remember our beloved Heinz saucy sauces?
Yes, try as I might to forget.
Yes. Well, news for you. They have 3 new flavors coming just to Canada that are inspired by Canadians. So strap in, Canada, for what you have inspired. Are you ready, Brian?
I'm ready.
Flavor number 1, Hanch.
Ham and
Hot
ranch.
sauce.
Oh,
Hot sauce. Yeah. Hot sauce and ranch.
I can see that.
You ready for number 2?
well, no, but it doesn't matter.
Wasabioli, which is wasabi plus garlic aioli. To give
Okay, I
you
thought
wasabioli.
ravioli.
Yeah, wasabioli. And
Like, they didn't even try to shorten that.
no,
Make it
it's super. The picture of the bottle of it, it's like super. Like they have to use a smaller font for it. And then, sometimes you take these two things and like you can figure out what it is, and but then it still means it still sounds like something else. This last one falls into that category. Tarchup, which is tartar sauce and ketchup, but to me it sounds like it's just going to be like road tar and ketchup. But yeah, tarchup.
For me, it probably won't taste that different.
So it'll probably be more like the special sauce on several hamburgers because it's going to have mayo, ketchup, relish, and stuff in it. Because tartar sauce is mayo, relish, and some other things.
Yes, it will have some other things in it to be tarchup. So yeah, tarchup, wasabioli, and hanch.
And are Canadians really known for hot sauce, wasabi, and tartar sauce?
These are inspired by Canadians, according to the press release.
So at least 3 Canadians are.
So somewhere
there's no maple in there.
They were inspired. Like Canadians inspired them, and they were like, what we should do is put some ketchup in our tartar sauce.
Why couldn't they make like a poutine sauce?
Yeah, I think that's called gravy, Brian.
Oh, they should just make gravy.
You know what? Yeah, that's what
they do.
Gravy.
You know what it would have ended up with though is it would have been granch, which is gravy and ranch. And I don't think you want granch.
No, that sounds like you should see a doctor if you have that.
Yeah.
Came down with a case of the granch.
Yeah.
Or grayo.
Yeah, no, granch.
Gravy and mayo.
I think you'd have to call it granch.
Well, I don't
want
to.
But then you would have hanch, cranch, and granch. So maybe that'll come out now. You can make your own. If you get the American cranch, and then you go to Canada and get some hanch, then you can come home and make your own granch and then FMK them.
Great chup.
Yeah. Okay, that's the news. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, I think we're ready to move on to experiences.
Yes, and I have none, so I'm punting back to you guys.
All right. Well, it was kind of a hashtag blessed week on Team Brian here.
Uh-oh.
And I hope this is a trend that is picking up, because I went out and socialized for a friend's birthday in a restaurant. For the first time in like 10 years. But it was in our chat, Heather B, it was her birthday. So everyone wish Heather a belated birthday. Okay, so it was brunch. So I got breakfast, which came with the side of toast, and they're asking me what kind I want. And they're listing white or like the standard things. Then they say an English muffin, which I'm like, Then they say, or a biscuit. I'm like, biscuit? Yes, please. That's the definite winner. And then a few days later, I am at a Wendy's near breakfast time, and I decide to open up the app, got some great deals, got one of their combos. What was I able to get instead of some of their seasoned potatoes? Another biscuit. So
wow.
I hope that biscuits as a side is becoming a thing, because that would make me so happy.
Yeah, your biscuit at brunch looked good. It was even slightly toasted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. At the Peppermill in Las Vegas, if you make them list everything, you'll find out that as a substitute for toast, you can get a blueberry muffin.
Yes. And I'm sure it's gigantic, because
it is
just
That is. I always do that when they're like for the side of toast. I almost always make them list all of the breads they have, because you will get like the gem of the English muffin. Every now and then you'll get like a good cinnamon bread out of that.
Yeah.
Like you find out like that the kitchen's been stashing away something. Like, I was just never assume that the only choices are white or wheat. Ask, because that's a place to mine for gold.
Exactly. I was expecting white wheat, maybe oat, multi-grain, pumpernickel, maybe, but never like a actual biscuit.
Sometimes an English muffin, sometimes, but yeah.
But you have to ask, what kind of toast? What do you have? And then you'll be delighted by a surprise. Not every time, but many times.
Hopefully you'll be delighted. So I think that's a good pro tip. Ask. Even something as mundane as toast, you never know what options they'll have for you.
You know what else sometimes you can do? Sometimes they'll give you pancakes.
I have never understood that. When you can get a side of something and the options are something like toast or pancakes, like that's not an equal footing.
No, but that's why you have to ask. Because if pancakes are an option for your toast, get the cakes.
Or you can have Danny disappointed in you and have your hash browns swapped out for pancakes. Which is what I did at a local restaurant here.
Yeah, like has the best. Like Brian and I bonded over that because he was looking for fantastic afternoon hash browns, and I'm like, oh my god, the best hash browns in town, 24/7. You need to go there. And Amy was like, I'll take your mediocre pancakes over the hash browns. So I judged you.
But there's so many of them, you can never finish them. But when they replace,
you can never finish them.
Thank you, Dan.
Replace the hash browns with pancakes. Just to tell you how much hash browns they are, they replace them with 4 pancakes. Not one. Like big pancakes.
Yeah, and you know what? You should have gotten the hash browns.
And they were
I'm
really
still
good.
going to judge you. Brian, pancakes or hash browns?
Well, it depends on the location, but hash browns is a good bet.
Yeah. Especially like if you add onions and cheese to them. Like, come on. Anyways, my news.
Shall we move? Oh, you have more news. That's right.
We're not news. My experience.
Yes, experience.
So, we lost our beloved fairs last year, but the Minnesota State Fair this weekend is doing their kickoff to summer, which is basically like a very much scaled down version of the fair to kind of test out the fair too. So I went yesterday, and a lot of the favorite fair vendors were there, and I made a choice that I was going to get, like, because it was like all of the big main vendors, but I'm like, I'm going to get the fair foods that I don't normally get, because I usually go for some of the deeper cuts that I can only get there and bypass some of the more common fair foods. And maybe one of you can defend this food, because I got it and I still don't understand the point. I got a foot-long corn dog.
Okay.
And
real corn dogs are like a pronto pup.
No, I said corn dog. If I got a Pronto Pup, I would have said I had a
Well,
Pronto
some
Pup.
people call those corn dogs.
Yes, I know that. And those people are monsters.
Thank you.
Okay, Danny, here's the thing.
Okay.
The real star of the state fair is not the food itself, it's how it's battered.
Yeah.
So when you're getting a foot-long corn dog, you're getting more batter. So that's really the point of it, in my opinion.
You get the nice, crispy, greasy, fatty cornbread and assuming at least a decent hot dog in the middle.
There's
I
not a
have
hot
foot-long
dog in the
Danny.
world.
You
There's
ever have
not a
foot-long
hot dog in the world that needs cornbread around it.
Well, corn dogs are
I
yummy.
would rather have, I'm going to tell you right now, I would rather have a solid hush puppy and a corn dog than, I'm sorry, a solid hush puppy and a hot dog. Give me a well done hush puppy, which is my cornbread turned up and fried, and give me like a good hot dog, which is an enjoyable experience in a bun. But to like combine the two, I love
hush puppies, but they are not the same as cornbread.
No, and a corn dog's breading is not the same as cornbread either.
Right. Now, Danny, I'm going to use condiment logic here. If the food is good on its own, it doesn't need anything.
Right.
But a hot dog usually could benefit from something. It does depend. If you get a good quality hot dog, then no, I would say, no, you don't need that batter. Just, whatever with it. But typically, I have found that they can benefit from whatever you want to put around.
Yeah.
I will say this. As a corn dog lover, at a fair, at the Minnesota State Fair, I don't want a foot-long corn dog because then you've wasted too much stomach space and there's so much more food to go.
A smaller one wouldn't have made a difference. Because like every single, like I was like, you know what? This foot-long corn dog probably needed about 12 inches less corn dog. I don't know. I just, you know what? You'll never sell me on corn dogs.
Your complaint is about corn dogs in general, not the
Yes,
foot-long.
that was my question. Yes, my question was, what is the point of a corn dog? Like, why would you do that?
What was the point of a foot long?
No. What's the point of a corn dog? The fact that it was a foot long just extended the like pondering of what is the point of this.
Now I just want hush puppies.
Yeah, right. Oh man,
I want mini corn dogs.
I've been making hush puppies at home, just getting like the frozen ones and throwing them in the air fryer.
Maybe
we got the next best thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe the new coffee cakes, the cream cheese coffee cakes, will taste like hush puppies. They won't, but
it's like hush puppies.
Maybe
It's
they'll
like
be
corn
good. They'll be good. Right, so they come in the package. They come individually wrapped, as you would expect from a snack cake.
Now, there's not cream cheese on top of these. It just says on the box, made with real cream cheese.
Well,
so there's cream cheese involved in this.
There is
somewhere
on the top that I think
and no high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah, made with real cream cheese. Yeah, it's kind of cakey. Yeah, I'm gonna try it.
Yeah.
This is heavier than it seems like it should be.
Yeah, it really tastes more like a pound cake.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really tasting cream cheese as much as just straight up sugar.
Mine has like it has a cheesecake undertone. This is like a Hostess
smells
cake.
like cream cheese.
This is a cheesecake and a snack cake. Had a little bit too much to drink. We're like, we don't need to worry about that. We'll be fine. And then all of a sudden, 9 months later, here's these.
Really? A snack cake has a gestation period that's the same as humans? I didn't know that. You learn something on the show.
It is.
I like it, though. It kind of reminds me of the cheesecake bites in a blizzard when they have their cheesecake.
The powdered topping, crumbly topping, is the cream cheese. I know, because it just broke off and fell everywhere.
I don't love cheesecake, so I really don't know how I feel about that. Like, it's okay for what it is. But we also do have the original cinnamon streusel coffee cake, which weighs substantially less per cake. Like, I felt like I was going to need a second hand to hold the cream cheese one. This one, much lighter.
That is true, yeah. I wasn't expecting it. Like, you can tell the weight difference there.
Mm-hmm. You can really smell the cinnamon. I do love these.
So coming out with the cream cheese version of their coffee cake, was it necessary? Is this an evil twin? Is it inferior? However we want to frame it. I definitely think the cream cheese is unique enough. And it has the right to exist on its own. I think I would maybe just stick with the original, though.
Oh, yeah, I much prefer the original. And I like cheesecake and cream cheese Danish and things like that. But this powdered version of the cream cheese, I don't like as much.
I think I would, I like the original more. I would much, if I'm going to have the cream cheese, like Amy said, I think I would prefer like a cream cheese Danish than this like stealth cream cheese thing.
Well, it's so heavy. It just doesn't feel like, if I have something just quick for breakfast, I don't want it to be something that's this.
I will say this though, Brian. If you, for some reason, decided to mix things up and replace the Little Debbie buffet with the Hostess buffet, I think the cream cheese one has a better place on that buffet. Because the cinnamon streusel one, like, it's not a standout where it's not really going to bring something remarkably different. I feel like the density of that cream cheese one, as you peruse the Hostess buffet, that one's really going to be a nice just addition to your plate, where the cinnamon streusel is just going to be there.
Well, I think of it, if you were at, let's just say a fancier brunch buffet, at a restaurant, and they had,
but not so fancy that they didn't have Hostess.
No, I'm not, not Hostess, but they just had cinnamon coffee cake and cream cheese coffee cake. You would think, I'm at a fancier place because they have cream cheese coffee cake,
Yeah.
So I see your point. Like, it would stand out more, but I think people would be pleased overall more with the original.
Yeah.
I like
Either way, I don't think.
Yeah,
I like both. I would not turn down either one.
No, absolutely not. It is good, but it's more, I feel like there needs to be creativity with the cream cheese ones, because I feel like the artistic side could come out in me. Like, maybe ice cream could go with it, because I was thinking blizzards, or maybe putting it, buying an ice cream like that already has things in it and adding it, like sprinkling it on top, crushing it up.
I'll fix it for you, Brian. The cream cheese one is the one you pour alcohol over.
Yep, that would work too. See, a lot of
you
things.
pour rum over that. Like, it would be harder to make the cinnamon streusel one into a booze cake. I mean, you could.
Yeah.
But the cream cheese one would make a real nice booze cake.
Board maybe.
Because it's so dense, like it's easier to sop up more.
Put some rum in that sucker, and you're like, yeah. I'm gonna get drunk on snack cakes.
I don't even need alcohol for that.
That's true. Oh boy.
But you probably want alcohol with our next thing.
Oh
yeah. So we're gonna go to Thailand for 3D Lays barbecue flavored. They call them 3D Lays, and I think I am not great with my Thai. In the United States, these are Lay's poppables, although there are 3D Doritos. But this is Thailand barbecue flavored 3D Lays. And so they're like these triangular, inflated, air-filled things.
The picture looks like chicken kebab.
But yeah, they have like a texture to them.
And in the United States, this episode is being released on Memorial Day, which is famous for barbecues. So we thought we would see what this version would taste like.
Yeah, this is the barbecue export in a kind of scary way.
They don't exactly smell good.
I
like the texture.
They're good. I'm waiting to see what the aftertaste does for me.
These are good.
They are light and airy and crispy.
I like the texture, yeah.
And the flavor is a good barbecue sauce. It isn't it isn't too artificial. Does that make sense? Sometimes barbecue flavors have an artificial taste to them.
Is there a hint of chicken?
Yeah, there's a little hint of chicken. This definitely makes me want to go out and try the Lay's poppables.
Yeah, I like those. Yeah.
I thought these were going to give us Brian face, but these are actually kind of delightful.
No, I decided I like everything now. Everything is good except mayonnaise.
Yeah, how do you feel about tarchup?
I'm sure it would be delightful.
Yeah, I'm sure. What about Hanch?
Bring it on.
I mean, it can't be worse than the Cranch was, can it be?
I'll probably eat all these. Not right now, but I probably will eat these.
Yeah,
Okay.
so good job, International Lays. International Lays can be hit or miss, but these were good.
Yeah, I have for a future episode. I got a Chinese Lay's this week that is blowing my mind. I don't understand how it can even exist.
You
But
sent
for
us a picture. I have no idea what it is. So if you want,
it's chestnut Lay's.
Interesting.
all right. So on a future episode, we will have those and see what they're all about.
Yeah. So very interesting.
Well,
Anyways, let's have some international cookies
international
but
American
with an
style
American
cookies.
twist.
with a twist. So from the UK, we have chocolate M&M's cookies. From India, we have American style cookies. It's Parle or Parle, Hide&Seeks. And then the world's best molded chocolate chip cookies, also from India. So very American cookies. Yeah. I want to start with the M&Ms.
Okay.
I don't know what to make of this double chocolate M&M because, well, one, I'm like, why do we not see this in the United States?
I mean, it looks like a prepackaged cookie.
Yeah,
I mean, anywhere, any bakery, any grocery store, you find M&M cookies. So why doesn't M&M's just sell their own M&M cookies here more readily available? That would just make sense.
Yeah.
Oh, I was expecting it to be softer.
It's not extremely chocolatey. I mean, it's chocolate, but it's not like in your face chocolate.
I think I
For
just
some reason-
answered the question as to why they don't make their own.
Well, yeah. Well, this is very British too, right? So it's less sweet than in America. It says double.
There's not a lot of M&Ms in each cookie, like 4.
Yeah, I mean, if you had this with tea, I'm sure it would be fine. But like you said, Danny, it's very much a British style cookie where it is harder and it has that kind of, I don't want to say stale.
I mean, it has traveled the world to get to us.
That's true.
So do you want to try the American style cookie?
Yes. Now, the package here says cashew butter cookies.
Yeah, I saw that.
But it also has a giant American flag.
Yes.
It says American style cookie.
So it's
if
like
you go to
peanut butter
India-
cookie with cashew butter.
I think it's just a butter cookie, but made with cashew butter. But we'll find out. It's your typical American butter cookie.
Yeah.
Smells good.
I'm not really
I
getting
like
the
it.
cashew.
Mm.
Maybe a little in the aftertaste.
These are lovely. I really like this cookie.
They're good. You should put the cookie butter on them.
I'm a sucker for butter cookies, though.
Put cookie butter or Nutella on them.
Yeah, here's the thing. Like, I enjoy a nice butter cookie too, but I don't really think of that as American.
Right.
You know, for them to market this as American.
So it is like, well, there's the very famous Chicago Public Schools butter cookie, but that's a pretty American niche.
Is it American due to its size?
No, it's American due to its flavor.
I did get there are chunks of cashew in here. I think that's where the flavor is coming from. It's not the flavor, it's the actual cashew.
Now, to me, when I actually think of an American cookie, I think of a chocolate chip cookie.
Which
they also have, same brand, not the American flavor. But these are the world's finest molded chocolate chip cookies. And when they say molded, what they mean by it is that it is definitely pressed into a shape. It's ridged. The butter cookies were also molded, but these are definitely like crackers that have chocolate chips in them.
Yeah, mine are falling apart here when I open them. Oh, these are good. These are really good.
Good amount of chocolate chips in them.
You know what? Chips
Mhm.
Ahoy could learn something from these.
I was going to say, there used to be something like this in the United States, something that was thinner. Maybe I'm just thinking of like a Thins version of one of the cookies, but this isn't
I
bad.
like these a lot.
Yeah, this is a solid cookie. There's 3 of these, and I was thinking I was falling in love with the butter cookie, but now I'm having second thoughts.
So I suppose we could play our game of FMK, frolic with, marry, kill for these 3 cookies, the M&Ms, the cashew butter, and the molded chocolate chip cookie.
I'm torn.
I got this. All right.
Okay.
I'm going to have to kill the double chocolate M&M cookie because when I think of an M&M cookie, I think of one that comes fresh, straight out of the oven. And it's warm and just tasty goodness. And this, it wasn't what I was expecting. So probably no fault of its own. My expectations were different and it did not meet my expectations. So I'm going to have to kill it for that reason.
You're so nice, Brian.
You know, it's not me. It's not there. It's you. Die. I'm going to marry the molded chocolate chip cookie because it met my expectations. I was not expecting a warm, freshly baked chocolate chip cookie that just came out of the oven. I was expecting something different. It is thinner, like a cracker. It's crispy, but that's what I was expecting. And it's really good. It's light. It's not a fake chocolate taste. Me getting hitched. Yeah, that's good. I'm going to have to frolic with the butter ones because the cashew butter. And we're going to have a nice game of hide and seek. And when we find each other, we're going to find that nut. Cashew.
Yep.
I can go next.
Okay.
And then I suspect Amy's going to end up breaking the tie. I'm also going to kill the M&M one. I was just saying, it wasn't good. It wasn't like Brian face bad, but it wasn't good. My feelings on the butter cookie and the chocolate chip cookie, the butter cookie was kind of I loved it right at first, and then I kind of questioned it with the chocolate chip, the molded chocolate chip. But then I came back down to this. I love a good chocolate chip cookie. And this is a good molded chocolate chip cookie. But that means it's a version of a chocolate chip cookie. And as much as I enjoy the molded chocolate chip cookie, I still would prefer just the original big old soft chocolate chip cookie. So I will frolic with this one. I'm going to enjoy it, but I know I'm not getting the original chocolate chip cookie. I'm getting the best of the spin-offs. It's very good. I'm still going to enjoy it, but I'm also going to be like, this is like, a version of that.
Well, I totally get that. A marriage, it won't be as happy because it's making you think of something else, longing for something else.
I'll always be thinking of that big, like the size of my face chocolate chip cookie. That like it's warm and it's soft and it's so luscious. Anyways, I'm gonna breathe. So yeah, I'm gonna marry the cashew butter cookie. You know what this is? It's just a really nice cookie. You know what? I could be happy with this for a long time. I'm not thinking of some other butter cookie. It's got it's a little nutty, which for me that's kind of a bonus. And so I'm gonna marry it.
Yeah, it's been a hard choice. I mean, I'm killing the M&M cookie. That's
so
easy.
Who was right, Amy? Which one of us?
And it's a toss up for me. Both are good. Both are really good. But this week, I think Brian's got it.
Brian and I were on the edge of our seats.
I would marry the chocolate chip cookie. It's just so darn good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at first I thought the cashew butter, because it's good on its own, it would be good with spreads, it would be good. But I'm like, if I have to dress it up a lot, maybe it's not the long-term one.
Ooh, good point.
You know what I'm gonna say about all these, like these came in like little individual packs of like a dozen little cookies. India's got it going on in these cookie packs because we don't really have any. Like you could get like the little tube of Oreos, but this is kind of like a little bit of magic in the packaging size, in the cookie itself. I'm a little jealous of India.
Do they have the same size on any of them?
I think it's like Girl Scouts, one package.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because that would be my suggestion.
Whatever it is, like you could share this with your family. There's enough, but why would you?
Why? Yeah, no, family, buy your own. If you don't have money, get a job.
Yeah, no, these come in like packs of like 3 like individually wrapped tubes. So, yeah. If you're by your local Indian grocery store, go in there, look for the Hide&Seek cookies and buy all of them because they are delicious.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah, just have the mindset of you're not getting a traditional American cookie. You're getting
the flag may say otherwise because it's blasted in a big old American flag, American style cookie. But that just means it's magic.
And for real, if you're like, I don't have any international markets near me, I bet you do. If you live in any decent sized city, I bet you do. As I've said before, I had no idea how many were near me within 5 miles.
Right. I knew like of 1 or 2. And then once you start looking, once you start paying attention, it's like, oh yeah, they're everywhere.
I was in a very small town in Minnesota yesterday. Like my adventure involved turning off the paved road to buy a plant, but that's a whole other thing. But on my way home, I passed like and it was a halal grocery store, and like I saw it from on the side of the highway as I'm driving by, and it took everything I had to not like pull over and like get the next exit and go back to see what I could find for the podcast. But I had places to go. I had a state fair to get to.
And we know nothing would keep you away from that.
Oh, no. Nope, not at all. I ran into someone I knew at the fairgrounds, and their response was, I just kind of assumed since we were coming here that you would be here. And I was like, yeah, I spent the pandemic just boring a tunnel from my house to here. So now when there's an event, I just have a place in my house and I say a magic word and the floor falls out and I go through and I pop up right here at the fair. It was a good project. I'm very proud of the work. I won't tell you the secret word because I can't have that. They'll come and destroy the tunnel.
If you're not prepared for a fall too, like we could hurt
ourselves. You absolutely have to brace yourself. I mean, I did the tunnel. It is not a smooth ride.
It's a liability, absolutely.
Yeah. On that note.
Okay, I think that's our episode this week. Now, we may or may not be taking a little summer hiatus here, a week or more, sometime in the next
or a month.
So don't worry about us if you don't see us for a bit. We will be back.
Don't worry. The chestnut potato chips will be here when we come back.
Yes.
They're not getting any fresher. Thanks for listening, everybody.
And have a great weekend.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Oh, that record. I don't know if our chat can hear that on YouTube, but you are being recorded.
The recording has stopped.
Oh, that threw me off this week.
I really like these cookies. I need to
they're good. I love the Hide&Seek.
Yeah, I think the crushed up cashews in there really make it stand out. It's butter cookie is fine, but like having that it's that little extra something.
The crushed nuts.
Yes.
Yeah, I avoided saying that.
Yeah. I know you did. Brian enjoys crushed
spicy nuts, and you all just.
We all have our things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that we're into.
Just
But YouTube, thank you so much. If you're in the US and you have tomorrow off, enjoy your day. Thank you to everyone who served the US. We appreciate you.
Yes, thank you.
I should hit the end stream now button, shouldn't I?
You could. Have a great
Bye,
week.
everyone.
We can just all stare awkwardly.
Okay, let's do that. Okay, we're done.